Good afternoon. Today is Friday. Let's see, it must be the 24th of November. It's the day after Thanksgiving, typically known as Black Friday. And we are down here at Rockland Station on the Allegheny River Trail. And this is also the North Country Trail. But my main purpose for being here has to do with that hole through the hillside up there. That is the Rockland Tunnel, and they're doing some work on that tunnel to try and alleviate some water problems inside it. So we're going to get down and check that out, see how the work is progressing, and I'll see if I can explain a little bit to you as I go. Alright, right off the bat, here's something going on down here that I was not aware of. But there is actually more parking down here than there used to be. This didn't used to be a parking area. It used to be back up there where I was parked. You could get, I don't know, 8-10 cars in there, but you have more parking down here now. So, you know, there used to be a real problem with people parking that road closed, that the residents couldn't get out. So this little extra parking here should alleviate that problem. I wasn't aware of this. Excuse me. So, man, you could get, if you parked intelligent, you could probably get 15 cars in this new spot. All right, this is the Rockland Tunnel, sometimes known as Wood Hill Tunnel. And I believe I can't hardly read that thing up there. I think it's 1915 is when it was built. There's a curve in this tunnel. It's like 5/8 of a mile long. And like I think I already said, the other end leaks bad. So this has been an ongoing problem for a lot of years. And I think what they're trying to do is close the other end up with a door to try and get some climate control in here, so the water doesn't freeze, because the entire length of this tunnel is lined in bricks. Typically I try to walk through here without a light. I think it's more fun. But it does get quite dark down here toward the other end. We are now approaching the other end of the tunnel. And I can tell things are looking different down here already. I'm sure you can probably hear that water leaking, which is the problem they are trying to alleviate. Because not only is all this leaking water doing damage to the brick lining of the tunnel, it is also doing damage to the paved surface of the bike trail Try and dodge the drops here. I mean, you can tell they've tried to do patching and so forth in here, but well, here's what we have, and you might know I'm looking right into the sun. So, all right, that top section is opaque, so that will let some light through, and then this large opening will have a rolling like garage door, I guess, from what I heard, which will be closed. And here we have a man door, which I guess will provide access in the wintertime if you care to walk through it to hike or whatever. So that's where it stands for right now. Stand back here and take another look. I mean, I guess it doesn't look bad. You know, it doesn't really, oh geez. It is what it is, you know. Do we have a choice of having this, or do we have a choice of the tunnel collapsing? You know, I'll take this over, you know, the place coming down anytime. It ain't pretty, but if it's going to preserve the inside, then so be it. So that's what it is for now. You know, whether they're going to seal up the other end, I'm not really positive. Hopefully somebody can shed some light on that. But that's what we have. So for right now, you can still get through it. You can walk through it, bike through it, whatever. And I'm going to come down here and periodically and check and see what's going on, whether it's closed up, whether that man door is accessible, or how excuse me, how that's going to work. So okay, besides that little report, my mission down here is to do some North Country Trail miles, because right now I stand at, I think it's 181 or something like that, and I'm trying to get to 200 before the end of the year. Tomorrow starts hunting season, so I got to stay out of the woods a little bit until hunting season's over. So I want to get as many miles as I can now. I'm going to go back through, well, I don't know which way I'm going to go. Kind of wanted to go the other way. Rockland Tunnel South. Alrighty, that's your report from the Rockland Tunnel. I hope it sheds some light on what's going on, what the progress is, and so forth. We will talk to you later. Right here's part of the reason I like coming down here in the winter, or when the leaves are off the trees at least, because you can't really see these rocky watersheds coming off the hillsides with leaves on the trees. like you can right now. I just think that is so pretty. The way the water is, you know, washed away oil, the soil, and exposed all those rocks. To me, it's very fascinating. I guess so far I haven't shown you a blue blaze to actually verify that I'm on the North Country Trail, but once I find one, I'll be sure to show you that. Here's a nice little picnic table along the riverside. I think I'm going to try and make it to the shelter at Dotters Eddy. That wasn't well, I really didn't come down here with any clear plan other than to show that tunnel work, but that'd be, I'd like to do 5 miles today, and I think it's about 2.5 from where I parked to Dotters. All right, here's a blue blaze on a tree here. And we were about 1 3/10 of a mile from where I parked, I guess, so we're about halfway there. Wow, I made her to Dotters already. That was a little closer than what I estimated. I figured it at about 2.5, but it was 2 right on the money. We'll get back to the shelter here in a second. Walk on down here a bit. There's a guy fly fishing down there, if you can see him. I'm going to go ahead and walk my other half mile down this way, and then I'll stop at the shelter on my way back because I want to get 5 miles. Yeah, that's my plan. I am now standing at my 2.5 mile mark. So if I turn around here and go a few extra feet up the other way for good measure, I should get my 5 for the day. I just want to say, first of all, if you remember when I showed you the other end of the tunnel, I was shooting into the sun, and I walked away from the tunnel this entire distance, but you'll now see that I'm shooting into the sun. Yeah, there's that much of a curve in the river. It may seem like you're walking a straight line, but you're doing a hairpin. I do love the trees in this area. There ain't hardly a evergreen tree to be found in here. I see one up there on the hillside, but other than that, everything here is deciduous. Well, here's where I turn around. I'm now headed back to my vehicle. We'll go up here, make a little stop at the Dotters Eddy shelter, look around a bit, walk down to the river, see how that looks. The sky is just absolutely beautiful today. I don't know if you can hear those gunshots, but people sighting in their rifles. Tomorrow's the big day. Bag of deer. Yeah, buddy. I hope everybody gets a deer. That'll save me from getting them with the car. Oh, here's a sight. Can you see that down there? I think those are sycamore trees. They look so pretty in the sun when the leaves are off of them. Let's get up here to the shelter and I'll be back. We are back to where you go down the riverbank to the shelter. Down there. And if you recall, when I was here in April or May or whatever, I tried to video as I was going down this thing and I went on my ass. So I'm not even going to attempt it this time. Yeah. I'll see you when I get to the bottom. If I can figure out how to do it, I still have that video clip of when I fell on my phone. If I can figure out how to do it, I'll insert it in here. Otherwise, I'll see you when I get down there. Dotters Eddy shelter. This thing it's getting in kind of rough shape. Here, I'll show you. You can't blame that on vandalism. That's all porcupine damage. Porcupines seem to love anything with glue in it or treated wood. But all this scribbling and spray painting, there's no call for that. Somebody left their pillow. All right, standing in front of the shelter, you can see the river's right down there. We'll take a walk down there. Fire ring. On the way here, I could smell wood smoke. I thought somebody might have been hanging out here, but apparently it's on the other side of the river. There's houses and camps on the other side. Got a fire ring here too, and right here is a really nice flat spot for a tent. What a gorgeous day. Yes, sir. Paddle your canoe right up here. Can't show you down the river because it's shooting into the sun, but here's the upstream view. I'm going to switch over here and try and take some still pictures. So this shelter is first come, first served. If you show up here to camp and there's already somebody in there, it's up to you to negotiate whether you can stay with them or not. It's not like you can call somebody and reserve it. Otherwise, you find someplace else or go home. Now, I'm never sure which is more difficult, climbing back up this thing or coming down it. There is a rope here for assistance, but I got too much stuff in my hands. I see you up top. Made it. That wasn't so bad. Okay, 2.5 more miles back to the Jeep. I'm sure I'll be checking in from time to time. I always say I'm not gonna, and then I do, so I'm not gonna say that this time. Well, we've made it back to the south end of the Rockland Tunnel, and it's about 2 hours from when I was here last time, so I'm not looking into the sun anymore, so we can get a better look at this thing. So you got the man door there on the right and the big roll-up door, which I'm sure will remain locked. And I'm under the understanding that the man door will be accessible at all times. I'm running out of battery pretty fast here, so I don't know if I'm gonna need my light going through the other way or not. Probably not. We'll turn around here and take a look out. Oh. Okay, I didn't see this when I came through the other way, but yeah, you can see the framework up there where the garage door track's gonna go. Okay, 5/8 of a mile and I'll be at the other end. Quickly getting to the other end here. Well, that's that. I'm running out of battery real fast here. See how many cars are up here now. Or maybe I'm the only one. Five miles right on the dot. It's almost like I planned it or something. Well, I hope this shed some light on the tunnel situation. Like I said, I'll try to make it down here again in maybe 2 or 3 weeks and see how things are progressing, or whether they're going to do anything with this other end, or if I find out, I'll try to let you know. But in the meantime, we're hearing gunshots, people sighting in their rifles. Like I said, tomorrow's the first day of antlered deer, so I'll probably be off trail for a couple weeks until that's over with. And then, let's see, I did 5 today. I think I got like maybe 12 to go to get my 200. We'll see if that materializes. I have probably couple weeks to do it. All right, from the Allegheny River Trail and the North Country Trail, we'll see you again probably in a couple weeks.